Hi friends, welcome to Wisdom Wednesdays. Today we're reading from the book of Proverbs in chapter 12, and we're only reading 3 verses here, and this is the Proverbs of Solomon section that's actually quite large. So it's going to take us a while because I'm only reading 3 verses today. So the shorter sections, the longer this will all take, but we've got a plethora of Wednesdays ahead. So today we're reading Proverbs chapter 12, verses 9 through 11 in the ESV. Better to be lowly and have a servant than to play the great man and lack bread. Whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast, but the mercy of the wicked is cruel. Whoever works his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits lacks sense. So I chose this section, it's so short because it starts by talking about a lack of bread and then a lack of sense. So Solomon's saying there's a connection between the two. Let's just remember that we're not talking about situations where someone's lacking food and enough sustenance due to war, economic crises, things that are outside of your control. This is kind of, and we know this for sure when we look at what he says here, but he who follows worthless pursuits lacks sense. So there's a sense that you don't have plenty to eat and you don't have plenty and even don't have more than you need, because it points out too at the very beginning, better to be lowly and have a servant. So this is someone who doesn't have a title or he's not a big deal, and yet they have a servant. So I started thinking, well, what's the equivalent in our time? And I would say, well, everyone in the Western world, I suppose, would be lowly. And yet many of us pay for services for someone to do things for us or to have services in our home, like to have Wi-Fi. We pay for people to bring food to us. We pay for groceries and like fast food delivered to our homes. We pay for people to fix our cars, to mow our lawns, to come in and fix an appliance. Those are all things that I feel like are equivalent to someone having a servant. And if you're able to do that and you don't have some big title and you're just an average person going to work every day, that's better than pretending you are someone and acting all great, yet you're struggling to feed yourself. There's a deceptiveness about that. Then here it talks about whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast. That says our righteousness goes to the respective life of all things, which is kind of cool. And we do know that even now. You'll hear many psychologists say that people that are cruel to animals, that's a sign that they're going to be cruel to others and that there's problems there. And it says, the mercy of the wicked is cruel. So even their mercy is cruel. It's not real mercy. It's, again, maybe playing or pretending. Worthless pursuits, you lack sense and you're going to end up lacking bread if you don't work. That's the concept here that we're reading. Whoever works his land has plenty, and whoever follows worthless things. So if you're chasing fantasies and you're not willing to actually put work in to get where you want to go, you lack sense, number one, and their connection is you will lack sustenance. You will lack food. And they use the word bread because in those times, bread is kind of like the basis for sustenance. Not even just then, even now we look at it that way. So I guess the connection I was thinking about to Jesus would be that Jesus said that he was the bread of life. And he also said that when he was tempted to turn stones into rock because he was hungry, he said, man shall not live by bread alone, but every word of the Lord, I think. Something, I might be misquoting that, but he's basically saying that, yes, humanity needs sustenance. We need food, but we also need spiritual food. That desire, that longing to know God is there, and we need that fulfilled. And Jesus is the bread of life, so he sustains everything. He brings it all together. That's what just popped into my head. Anyway, Wisdom Wednesdays, Proverbs of Solomon, chapter 12, verses 9 through 11 in the book of Proverbs. Have a great day.